Santiago Ponzinibbio originally slated to fight a legend, the ruthless one, Robbie Lawler. Gets injured, very close to the fight. And who do they call? One from a very game camp, a very game individual himself, Alex, the Great White Morono, man, fighting out of Fortis MMA. So a couple things that are interesting here. 5 days notice, and Alex Morono says, I couldn't give a damn. You know what I mean? I'm ready. I'm always ready. I'm always training. But there's one thing about Alex Morono that we know, and that is he's not the most impressive physique-wise, right? Always a little soft in the midsection, right? That's not a bad thing, right? But when you have a Santiago Ponzinibbio, American top team fighter, ready to go, coming off of a couple rough split decision losses, probably motivated as ever, do you feel like the cardio, the conditioning, some of those factors right there, just being in the gym constantly factors, like preparing for a fight, will play a large role in the outcome of this fight?
Yes, 100%, Derek. And this fight right here has me a little worried. But what I'm hoping for is the fact that, yeah, sure, that cardio, the conditioning, the having to excuse me, having to make this a catch weight fight. Sure, that'll be a detriment, but what I'm banking on is the power of Alex Morono. The one thing that we've seen Ponzinibbio struggle with is bigger dudes who can go in there and put their weight and impose their will against Ponzinibbio going forward, and that's how he struggles with fighters. That's what I'm hoping for Morono, because Morono can get in there, he can grapple, he can make this thing a dogfight, he can really frustrate and bring Ponzinibbio into a kind of fight that he's not really wanting to get into. Ponzinibbio likes to be the quick guy. He likes to be the speedster. He likes to be in and out, hitting you when you're not getting hit, dipping in, getting out, and getting out of trouble. Morono can make this one a dogfight if he's able to implement, like I said, put his body weight on him and get things rolling that way. Now, can he do that with, like you said, Derek, the cardio, the speed, the quickness that Ponzinibbio presents? It's going to be a little interesting. This fight, man, it's rough to want to think to take Morono in this one, because he too has also had an up and down kind of a career. But across the board, man, Santiago Ponzinibbio, not always the most guaranteed bet to be placed in either. Mm-hmm. Are you feeling pretty confident in this fight right here? Are you up and down, you back and forth like me, or what are you thinking on this one, Derek?
I'm very back and forth on this one, and the reason why is because I do feel like Alex Morono is that guy where when you count him out, that's when he gets the job done. 5 days notice, it is a little worrisome, because I do think best path to victory for a Morono, to be completely frank, clinching and grappling. Now, do you have the stamina to do that for 3 hard rounds on 5 days notice? If he's truly the monster he says he is, he's constantly teaching in the gym, doing stuff like that. If he's that guy, all right, maybe you can. But I just know that when you're training for something, like when you're constantly training in the gym, you're always going to be in good shape. But when you're training, right now, for an example, on the day that we're recording this, IBJJF No Gi Worlds is happening right now. Me and the folks at my team at Carlson Gracie Henderson, people have been training to go to that event, to go do that. I've been training to train. There's a different level in cardio. I think that could be a deciding factor. Santiago Ponzinibbio was ready to fight the ruthless one, a stand-up war, but now you got a guy who can mix it up a little bit, and that's going to make it challenging as well. So that's kind of the whole key right here. Alex Morono throws a wrench in the entire game plan that it is for whatever this fight was, but Ponzinibbio, being such an established fighter, he even said it in the pre-fight presser, bro. He was like, listen, bro, I'm a fighter. I didn't need to study him. I don't need to do any of that. I'm going to go in there. I know how to fight, and that's what I'm going to do. A little worrisome, I'm not going to lie, if you're betting on him. But I will say this. Morono, being very much a student of the game, he studies everybody in this division right here. But it's going to be interesting, because look at the names that Santiago Ponzinibbio has fought since he's come back from the injuries and all that stuff, right? You beat Miguel Baeza, he stopped the hype train. Lose a very close one to hand to steel Jeff Neal, which now we're like the resurgence. And then Michel Paeta, you lose a very close split decision. I think this is going to literally come down to will, but I think the biggest thing, Ponzinibbio will be able to capitalize on the counter striking for Alex Morono, who likes to wing his punches. That's always been one of my big problems. I think when it comes down to that firefight, those are the openings Ponzinibbio is going to be looking for, and I do think he will take advantage. I am going to rock with the minus 180 favorite, original fighter, Santiago Ponzinibbio, decision against Alex the Great White Morono, who's got a fantastic chin on him. What do you think?
Yeah, man. It makes sense. Like I said, Derek, I've been back and forth on this one right here, but I'm actually taking the underdog. I'm taking the risky bet. I'm taking the 5-day notice right here. I'm going Alex Morono. Whew. Decision's hard, man. I'm going to have to take that plus 750 TKO. And I think it's going to have to come early round 2. The gas tank has been an issue before, and on 5 days notice, I don't know. I think we're fighting for a knockout here. TKO round 2, Alex Morono. What do you think?
All right. Just know, folks, and my man AJ don't even really sound too confident about this pick right here. So we will see. But I mean, listen, bro, this could be anybody's nights. Like I said, when you got the Alex Moronos, the Jared Gordons, the Dricus Duplessis, right? You know, all these dudes, right? Like someone's gonna go down. We know that. All right.